2015, our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Rocky Harding.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Miss Armada Queen and Court Pageant for 2015. We have some very lovely, very intelligent ladies that are applying for that position tonight, and I think you're going to be impressed by each and every one of them. So without further ado, let's start with having our first contestant, please. Contestant number 1 coming down the aisle. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 1. And now following down the aisle, we have contestant number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And following along now, coming down the aisle, contestant number 3. Contestant number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And coming down now, we have contestant number 4. Contestant number 4, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Next we have contestant number 5. Contestant number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Next, coming down the aisle, we have contestant number 6. Contestant number 6. And followed by contestant number 7. Contestant number 7, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have approaching now contestant number 8. Contestant number 8, ladies and gentlemen. And now, finally, here we have contestant number 9. Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we will choose 3 of these ladies. 1 to be queen and 2 to be her court. Out of these 9 very lovely young ladies. And as I said, they all have very impressive resumes. They've just gone through interviews with our judges, who we're pleased to have here again tonight, and we thank you for being here. And so to start things off, let's have you meet each one of our contestants. Starting with contestant number 1. Your hand.
Hi, I'm Sam Kirkham. I'm 18 and I'm a senior here at Armada High School. When I graduate, I plan to go to Macomb for 2 years to get my basics done and then transfer to Detroit Mercy to become a dental hygienist.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Kirkham! And now, contestant number 2!
Hello everyone, I'm Cami Lesh. I'm 17 and I'm a senior here at Armada High School. Next year I plan to go to Oakland University and fulfill secondary education.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cami Lesh, give her a hand. And now, contestant number 3!
Hi, I'm Kayla Zajac, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm a senior here at Armada High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katelynn Zajac! And now, contestant number 4!
Hi everybody, my name is Kayla Diederich. I'm a senior here at Armada High School and I'm 18. And next year I plan on attending the Honors College at Michigan State University to study special education and a major in math.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kayla Diederich! And next we have contestant number 5!
Good evening, morning, everyone. My name is Clare Sabelhaus. I'm a senior here at Armada, and in the fall, I plan on attending Oakland University, double majoring in journalism and communications.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clare Sabelhaus. Moving along, we have contestant number 6.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Foss. I'm 18. I'm a senior at Armada, and next year I plan on attending college to become an elementary teacher.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Foss. And now, contestant number 7.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicole Griffin. I'm a 2013 Armada graduate. I'm currently attending Grand Valley State University, where I am majoring in a bachelor's in science of nursing and minoring in Spanish, and I plan to be a nurse practitioner in either OBGYN or rheumatology.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Griffin. And now, contestant number 8.
Hi, I'm Tessie Senyk. I'm 18 years old and a senior here at Armada High School. Next year I plan on attending Davenport University and majoring in nursing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tessie Senyk. And finally, contestant number 9.
Hi, my name is Kayla Campis. I'm a senior at Armada High School. I'm 18 years old and I plan on attending Oakland University in the fall, in specializing in radiology, technology, oncology.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kayla Campis. All right, let's give them all a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. As the evening goes on, we'll be asking these ladies some questions that they will answer out here in front of you. They've already answered several questions for the judges. So, and as I mentioned, they have done so much. It's a lot of nerve to get up here on stage, even though several of them have done things that involve getting out in front of people. Somehow, when it's just you and other people, it gets a little scary. But they're doing great, and they've been doing well. They've gotten themselves ready, and I think you're going to be impressed with their answers tonight. Now, what I'm going to do here is release the ladies from the stage in a second. They will go back and change into some evening wear, and then we will have them out one at a time to answer their questions. So, take a look here. Again, these are our contestants for the Miss Armada Queen and Court for 2015. Give them another big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, you are dismissed from the stage. Give them a hand. Keep them walking. Okay. While the ladies are back there changing, I would like to take a few seconds first to introduce our judges for tonight, who are seated right down here in front of you. First in the center, we have Sue Vahey, and she's been a chaperone for the Michigan Peach Queen of Romeo for 30 years, and she lives in Romeo with her husband. And Sue, we thank you and welcome you back again. Seated next to her, we have Mr. Chris Cutler, who's also been here before. He's married to Sally for 29 years, and they have 3 children, Kara, Emily, and Craig. He teaches at K-Pac High School in social studies. They enjoy traveling and adventure movies and swimming. Chris, welcome back, and thank you. And here on this side, we have Mr. Jerome Raska. He is owner of an award-winning floral and event company that's based in Detroit and Ferndale, and he has a background in women's fashion. This judge is a graduate of Armada High School and a former 4-H member. Thank you and welcome back. All righty. Also, I'd like to take a few seconds here real quickly to thank the Armada Agricultural Board who sponsored this. Are there any board members that are in the audience tonight? If you could just stand so we could just briefly recognize you. I've got one up there. Just wave your hands. It's a little dark back there, I know. I want to thank you. We also have Jim Hanby up in the sound booth. Thank you for all your help and support. Let's see, what else do we have here? We'd also like to thank the crew that we have up here in the booth that are helping us with the sound. They'll also be helping putting on the music and whatnot for the entertainment while the judges are counting their votes later. Up there we have Jim Hanby, and as you can see on your flyer, we have several of the students. I think most of them are from the new conservatory that the high school established this last year. And so we're glad to have them up there giving a hand. Jane Schmid, Carly Thote, Billy Frank, Madison Kaminsky, Kelly Pursley, and Emily Page. Thank you for helping us out this evening as well. Just to give you a little quick background too with the Miss Armada pageant, this is not a pageant in the idea of it being like a beauty pageant per se, although as you can tell, all of them are very lovely young ladies. This is a representative type of situation. These ladies will not just be at the fair for the week of the fair to enjoy popcorn and hot dogs and all that kind of good stuff for free. They are on a very busy schedule all year long. I believe like 25 to 30 some events that they attend. Pancakes, breakfasts, dinners, other parades and fairs throughout Lower Michigan here. And so they're very busy, and they represent for us, Armada. And so we've always been pleased with the Queen and Court that we end up with. They've always represented Armada in a wonderful way. So they stay very busy with everything they're doing. Are we set with? I hear noise back there. No, we don't know yet. Okay. Then I get to talk some more. Lucky you. Also, what do we have here? Also would like to thank the Miss Armada Committee. They are all running around and helping the girls getting ready right now. But just to draw attention to them, we would like to thank Nancy Bliss, who's done this for many, many years. Kara Streeter, who's also been with us for many years on this. Amanda Folsky as well. Also Nancy Davis, Landis Wise, Kelly Strunk, and Kelly Dahlia Warner. We'd like to thank all of them as well for their help, because they put in a lot of hours and they chaperone the girls as well on all of their excursions to make sure everything is going well. And we are ready now. Yay, we didn't have to worry about listening to me too long. Okay. They gave me a new microphone that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Now it's kicking. All right. Let me get rid of this real quick. All right, so to start with, we will be calling the girls out one at a time. And again, they will be answering a couple questions for us. And I'll repeat all of that for them once they're out here as well. So let's get going and call out, if I can put these back in order. There we go. Contestant number 1, Sam Kirkham. Give her a hand. Sam Kirkham, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm doing okay.
Are you breathing?
I am breathing.
Good, good. I hate it when they stop breathing. Okay, you're doing fine. You look very nice tonight. Thank you. It's easier for me. I everyone wears black and white. Guys. Anyhow, I looked over your application and see that you're planning on going to U of D Mercy, dental hygienist. Very good. I see that you like to bow hunt and fish. That's excellent. No, that's great. Give you credit. You volunteer with the Goodfellows for their No Child Without a Christmas. Just really enjoy the outdoors and doing that sort of thing. That's good. Well, out of your application, I chose a question or made a question. And this is, again, based out of your application. And this question for you is, what do you enjoy about doing volunteer work with the Goodfellows?
Well, my whole family is guys, and my family's been in it for a really, really long time. And there's really no better feeling than helping children get a Christmas that don't, because every child deserves a Christmas. So.
Very good. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And now my next question for you is a question that I'm going to ask all the ladies when they come out for their second question. And that question is, what do you hope, as you're going out, if you're in the court, Queen in Court, you'll be meeting a lot of young girls, very young girls. What do you hope that they gain from their meeting you?
Well, I hope that they... That's a tough question.
Don't make me change it midstream.
I won't. Well, I think it's a really good
What do you want
experience.
them to think about you or the Miss Armada?
Well, I would hope that they would look up to you, because there's no other better feeling than having younger girls look up to you. But they would when they get older, they would want to do something like this, because I didn't play many sports in high school, so this is a first big thing for me. And I would hope that they just would like to go out there and do something to better themselves and always get involved to do stuff like this.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Kirkham. Sam Kirkham, ladies and gentlemen, give her a big hand. All right then, moving right along, we have contestant number 2, Cammie Lesh. Cammie Lesh, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Hello, how are you?
Nervous.
I could tell. So you're gonna breathe for me. Seeing that better? Okay, I'll take that for what it's worth, but you still look a little. There you go, better. All right, Cammie, I looked over your application and I see that you want to do secondary education eventually, hopefully as a math teacher in high school. Busy person, been in dance for 14 years, co-captain with the Armada dance team. You've also performed over in Port Huron with the Nutcracker and Suite. And
Yeah.
Wonderful. NHS, Youth Advisory, also 10 years with 4-H. Conservatory for dance, I would assume. Okay, and volunteering with your church and community. Very busy person, good for you. And what I've done is I've been asking 2 questions. And this first question is from your application. And what I would like to know is, what did you like about 4-H and what did it teach you?
Well, doing 4-H for 10 years taught me how to care for something other than myself, to give my love to an animal, such as chickens or pigs, and put my time and care into them. And so when I raise these chickens, I have to make sure they have fresh food, fresh bedding, fresh water, that they're clean, have to make sure everything's right in order for them to live. So having 10 or 20 chickens rely on me for life is kind of a big responsibility. So it taught me to be responsible and respectful towards nature and animals.
Very good. All right, and now the second question I'm going to ask you is one that we're asking all the ladies. And if you're in the Queen in Court, you'll be meeting a lot of young girls who will be very excited to meet you. And so my question for you is, what do you hope that those girls will gain from their meeting with you?
Well, I love kids. I babysit and I tutor. And when I see these girls around town and at events, I hope they see a positive influence. And I hope they gain courage to even try out for Miss Armada or be a positive influence on Armada. And I hope they gain to love their town from seeing us as a court, us together. And I hope they see like all the positivities in Armada and they spread that through their lives. And so I hope they just grow up to love the town that they're in, because it really is a great town. So I hope these little girls will look up to me and see my love and passion for Armada.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Lesh. Tammy Lesh, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Excellent. And we are moving right along now. We will now see contestant number 3, Katelynn Zajac. We only got one night's rehearsal, people, and there wasn't a lot of time. Ladies and gentlemen, Katelynn Zajac, give her a hand. All right. How are you doing, Katelynn?
Pretty good.
Good, good. You look real happy and excited. Are you nervous?
Yeah, just
Good. Just a little. That's fine. A little nervousness never hurts. Katelynn, I went through your application, and I see you're hoping one day to possibly be an art teacher or have a hair salon. Is there a particular type of art that you like, that you do? Painting or sculpture? You do? What do you do? This is just a general thing for right now.
I like to do like the pottery type thing, so.
Okay, good, good. And I see that you also volunteered at the fair. You were in cheerleading, doing both the competitive and cheering at the games. Spending time with your family is a big passion for you as well. Well, Katelynn, I went through your resume, your application, and my first question is from your application, and that is, I would like to know, what did you learn or like most about being on the cheerleader squad?
I learned that teamwork is a really big thing, and without teamwork, you can't really work together. And that works for the real world too, not just sports.
Okay, very good. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. All right. My second question that I'm asking all the ladies is that if you're on the Armada Queen and Court, you'll be meeting a lot of very young girls who will be very excited to meet you and everything. And so my question is, what do you hope these young girls will gain from their meeting with you?
I hope that they kind of see that they just need to be themselves and don't let anyone put them down.
All right. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Kayla Diederich. Oh, no, I'm losing my card too soon. I am so sorry. Katelynn Zajac. Ladies and gentlemen, Katelynn Zajac. Give her a hand. All righty. Moving right along. We are now up to contestant number 4, Kayla Diederich. Kayla Diederich, ladies and gentlemen. All right, how are you tonight, Kayla?
I'm very good, thank you.
What do you? Great.
I'm
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. I went through your application, Kayla, and going to MSU in the fall, wonderful, and looking into going into special education. Sabelhaus, great. Very busy person, varsity dance, PAL leader training, National Honor Society, business professionals, yearbook. Also, you spend some time volunteering with the Lions Club and their work. Great. Also, captain with the dance team, vice president with the Business Professional Association. They wrote down all these letters, and I had to memorize what they stood for. And then secretary for the PAL leader training. Very good. A lot of good, busy activities. The one thing I looked at with your application, and this will be my first question for you, is why do you think being a special education teacher will be a good career for you?
I think being a special education career would be a great career for me because it's a career that is rewarding, not necessarily with money, but with the love that the children will give you. And I wanted to do something that would make a difference in the world in the future and give back to the people who gave to me. And I know that my teachers have made a huge difference in my life, and I want to be able to make a difference in the lives of those who have disabilities that may not make them ordinary, that they feel make them different. And I want to show them just how amazing they can still be.
All right. And now my second question, which I'm asking all the ladies, Kayla, as a member of the Queen and Court, if you're a member of the Queen and Court, you will be meeting a lot of the very young girls who will be very excited to meet you. And my question for you is, what do you hope that these young girls will gain from their meeting you?
Meeting the young girls is one of the things I would most look forward to if I was the queen or on the court. And I really hope that what they can gain from me is an optimistic view on life, because I know so many people realize that they have problems and they focus on those, and I want the girls to learn that they're perfect how they are already, and I want to show them how confident they should be in who they are, and that they should be optimistic about the ways they go through life, because they're already perfect.
Kayla Diederich, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. All right, thank you, Kayla. Very good. And here we're moving along to contestant number 5, Clare Sabelhaus. Clare Sabelhaus, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, how you doing? How are you? I'm good. You're just all bubbly and excited, aren't you? Good for you. Good for you. Just breathe. Okay. I swear, I don't know why you guys stopped doing that stuff. All right. Clare, I went through your application, and I see you're interested in going to Oakland University next fall, and interested in communications and journalism. Hoping to be a writer, editor for a news magazine. You've been on cross country and soccer, National Honor Society, Student Council, HOSA, PAL leader training. You also play the guitar.
Yes.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, that's good. You keep busy and you do a lot of things. What I would like to ask you first off is a question from your application that I took. And what I would like you to do is, from your different hobbies and school activities that you have, pick one that you enjoy a lot and tell me why.
Well, I really enjoy being on the Armada varsity soccer team. I have been for 4 years, and I enjoy it because it brings girls together. It creates a sense of leadership among all of the girls on the team, because you're not only a part of the team, you're an individual and you play well by yourself, but you have to work well together. And it also promotes you to be independent, and it promotes you to be kind to others, as well as have confidence in yourself, because not every game goes the best and not the way that you want it to go.
All right, very good. Give it a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice, Clare. All right, and for your second question, which I'm asking all the girls the same question, if you are a member of the Queen in Court for this next year, you'll be meeting a lot of the very young little girls, and they'll be very excited to meet you. And so my question to you is, what do you hope these girls will gain from their meeting you?
I hope that they gain my sense of confidence, because it's important to be confident as a young girl. Many teens my age and girls younger than I am are told that they're maybe not worth enough, or that they're not good enough for something, and that's wildly untrue. They need to have confidence in themselves and confidence in everything that they do.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, Clare Sabelhaus. Clare Sabelhaus, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. All righty then. Moving right along. We are up to contestant number 6, Rebecca Foss. Ladies and gentlemen, give a hand to Rebecca Foss. All right, how are you doing, Rebecca? Good. Sure? I'm sure. Just love that. That is so good to hear. I am going to ask you a couple of questions. But first, I had gone through your application, and see you're looking at going to Macomb Community and then on to Oakland University for elementary education. Fun group of kids to work with. Been with the Armada Choir, which also went to States, and congratulations on that. Done community service for the Armada Board and Bike, singing at the nursing home here in town. Yeah, all right. And you also find time to work at the subway and babysit. Very good. Very busy person. Good for you. Like I say, I have 2 questions. And my first question is right from your application. And that question is, why do you think you would make a good elementary teacher?
Well, I really struggled on deciding becoming a teacher, and my teachers at Armada helped me figure that out. But I didn't really know what type of teacher I wanted to be until my nephew was born, and I started babysitting other kids and spending time with him, and I realized that I really loved spending time with kids and seeing them learn and seeing them learn new things. It's really fun for me.
All right, very good. Give her a hand, ladies. And now my second question is one that I've been asking all the girls, the same question. And if you are in the Armada Queen in Court for this coming year, you'll be meeting a lot of young little girls, and they will be very excited to meet you. And my question for you is, what do you hope that these girls will gain from their meeting with you?
I think I'd hope that we'd inspire them to keep on going with their dreams, because they're seeing that we're doing great things, and seeing us, I hope that they would want to grow and do the same thing that we're doing. So,
very good, ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Foss. Rebecca Foss, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent work, Rebecca. Thank you. Okay. We are moving right along here. Next, we have contestant number 7, Nicole Griffin. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Griffin. All right. How are you tonight, Nicole?
A little nervous, but good.
nervous. I've been hearing that a lot. So I don't know why. Comfortable up here for me. I made a big mistake, so you guys are in the clear, so trust me. All right, Nicole, I went through your application, and you're now at Grand Valley State, as you mentioned earlier, studying nursing and minoring in Spanish. You enjoy reading, running, boxing. Good for you. Hold your arm up. You win. Crafting. You were with HOSA for 3 years, theater here. Also did volunteer work with the Lionesses Club, AMVETS. And now with being at college, you're with the Greek organization Alpha Omicron Pi. Omicron, sorry, thank you. No problem. Well, that leads me to my question. Your first question, and I'll be asking two. And your first question is from your application. Your sorority does several activities from what I read. And what I would like to know is, what is one of your favorite activities that you've done with them, and why?
One of my favorite activities I've done with my sorority is one of our philanthropies is Indian Trails Camp, and that is a place located in Allendale, Michigan, where Grand Valley is at. And it's something that, like, where disabled children and adults can go for a week, month, or however long they can stay, and they can do things that they're not able to usually do. And we go and volunteer there, and we fundraise to, like, give them, like, a better pool or a rock climbing wall or whatever. And we went when it was music week, and we helped them make little cardboard guitars with, like, rubber bands. And there's this one guy, he was so excited about his guitar, and he, like, made it all, like, lightning bolts, and he was so excited, he wouldn't let anyone see it until he was done. And then he grabbed, like, me and, like, a camper volunteer and, like, 2 other girls in my sorority, and was like, "You're my rock band." And he made us take a picture all together, and it was the cutest thing. And then they, like, made us all bracelets. It's just amazing how, like, when you go there and you volunteer, you really do make an impact on them, and, you know, that you are changing their lives and letting them do things that they're usually not able to do. So that's, like, one of my favorites, is going there.
Very good. All right, now, Nicole, the second question I'm going to ask is one that I've been asking all the girls, and that question has to do with, if you are in the court for next year, you'll be meeting a lot of very young little girls, and they will be very excited to meet you. And so my question is, what do you hope that these girls gain from their meeting you?
I hope these girls that do meet the Queen in Court, that they look at us as a positive role model, and to know to just be yourself, and to, you know, never let anyone bring you down, to take risks, you know, because you never know what could come from it if you don't try. You don't want to have that regret of just saying, you know, you didn't do it. And, like, I hope for them to, you know, do this pageant or do a pageant similar to this, and, you know, just try. You know, to be able to represent a town is an amazing thing, and just to get just a positive outlook on this.
All right. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole Griffin. Nicole Griffin, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand. Thank you, Nicole. All right, then. Moving up our list, we are with contestant number 8, Tessie Senyk. Tessie Senyk, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Hi, how are you doing? You are? Are you sure? Okay. Take a breath. Got a chance to rest here in front of all these people watching you. Nothing to worry about. Doing better? All right. Tessie, I had gone through your application, and see you're looking to go to Davenport University for nursing. That's wonderful. Been a member of the varsity dance team, National Honor Society, Business Professionals of America. HOSA, currently their social media director, president with your 4-H, part of Assist, and somehow you find time to work at Crooked Creek. Very good. And community service with Ronald McDonald House of Detroit, teaching CPR and fundraising. Good, good. Slow down. You got a lot of time ahead of you. Tessie, I'm going to be asking you a couple questions. My first question comes directly from your application, and that question is, what do you like about volunteering, and what has it taught you?
The best part about volunteering is definitely meeting new people. I've done a lot of volunteer work where it's definitely been out of my comfort zone, and people have really helped me to feel more relaxed, I guess, in harder situations. There was this one volunteer experience that I had to put on a penguin costume and hug random people. It was definitely way out of my comfort zone, but it helped me a lot to get out there and meet new people. It was
all right. Very good. Get right in. All right. Very nice. Now, my second question, I've been asking all the girls. It's the same question. And it concerns the fact that if you are in the Miss Armada Queen and Court for this coming year, you'll be meeting a lot of young girls, very young girls, and they will be very excited to meet you. So my question is, what do you hope that these girls will gain from their meeting you?
I hope that little girls gain from me self-confidence, that they can be themselves no matter where they're at or who they're with. They don't feel the need to impress other people. I feel that they should gain from me to follow their dreams and to always do what they want to do, even if it's tough or scary or hard.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, Tessie Senyk. Tessie Senyk, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. All righty. Moving right along here. We are now up to contestant number 9, Kayla Campis. Kayla Campis, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Hi, how are you doing tonight, Kayla?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Are you all relaxed now that you're the last one out and everything?
Yes, so.
Right, good for you. Okay. Kayla, I went through your application and see that you're interested in studying biology, radiology when you go. National Honor Society, member of the Health Organization of Students, varsity cross country, track, competitive cheer. So you've been a very busy person. Enjoying the sports because it helps keep the stress down in life, from what I read. Good, excellent thinking. Well, I have just a couple questions for you. And from your application, I saw you had a couple leadership positions. And so my question for you, my first question is, what did you learn from your leadership positions? What jobs did you either find hard or enjoyable?
Well, being a leader, I found like the things that I like to do, and then I was more comfortable with myself and I wasn't as shy anymore.
All right, very good. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. And then my second question is one that I've been asking all the ladies. It's the same question. And it has to do with, if you are on the Queen and Court for this upcoming year, you're going to meet a lot of very young little girls, and they're going to be very excited to meet you. And so my question for you on that point is, what do you hope that these girls gain from their meeting you?
Well, I hope those little girls look up to me and see that I've worked hard to get where I am today, and I want them to say, I want to do that.
All right, very What I'd like to do now is call them out one last time so you can look over our field of contestants. I think the judges have their work cut out for them. So if I move my cards into the correct position, there we go. Let's have all the ladies back out on stage here, starting with contestant 1, Sam Kirkham. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Kirkham. Next we have contestant number 2, Cammie Lesh. Ladies and gentlemen, Cammie Lesh, give her a hand. Next through the gate we have contestant number 3, Katelynn Zajac. Kayla Zajac, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Next we have contestant number, whoops, got the cards out of order. My apologies. Last year we had 19 people, this was incredibly more difficult, I don't know what's tonight. Contestant number 4, Kayla Diederich. Kayla Diederich, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. And now we have contestant number 5, Clare Sabelhaus. Ladies and gentlemen, Clare Sabelhaus. Next in line, we have contestant number 6, Rebecca Foss. Ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Foss. Give her a hand. Next, we have contestant number 7, Nicole Griffin. Nicole Griffin, ladies and gentlemen. Next in line, contestant number 8, Tessie Senyk. Tessie Senyk, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, contestant number 9, Kayla Campis. Kayla Campis, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. And here they are for you, ladies and gentlemen, the 9 contestants for the 2015 Miss Armada Queen and Court. Give them all a big hand. All right, you have done a wonderful job, ladies. And now you are at the point you can breathe a little easier. We will be dismissing you from the stage shortly. The judges will go back to count their tally. And then after you come back out again, we will know who our Queen in Court will be. So again, take a good look at them, ladies and gentlemen. And once they come out, 3 of these ladies will be the 2015 Miss Armada Queen and Court. Give them a hand as they're leaving. Ladies, you are dismissed from the stage. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you about a 10-15 minute intermission. If you could have a seat, we'll be starting up here in just a few seconds with our entertainment. Before we do, though, I would like to thank a few unsung heroes that I was unable to announce earlier. Right now, I would like to ask out our ushers who have been helping our ladies tonight. Gentlemen, if you could come on out. These are dedicated guys. Look at it. They practice. Practice, practice, practice. They know how to do it right. All right. And I'm going to try to get these names right because, again, we only met Wednesday night for a short time and off we were running. First, I have here next to me Wyatt. And Wyatt, how is your last name pronounced? I'm sorry. Demute. Okay, didn't want to murder it. So Wyatt is a senior. He's going to be attending Michigan State University in the fall, majoring in food and natural resources education. And one other thing, he is a hockey player with the APHL. Keep that in mind, I'll tell you more later. All right, give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are volunteering their time on their own, and we do greatly appreciate it. Next in line, we have Mr. Evan Sleds. Correct, all right. He is a senior looking to go to Western Michigan University and going to major in civil engineering. Also a member of the Hockey Player Club of the HPL. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Evan. That's the end. Next to him we have Mr. Greg Stark. Greg is a senior and will be attending also Michigan State University, also the Honors College within. Very good. Majoring in mechanical engineering. For those of you who didn't see the Armada Times this week, Greg also placed 5th in the state for wrestling. And he's also a member of the hockey players at the APHL. And unlike you other three, he was kind enough to share his softer side. For instance, his favorite movie is The Notebook, Princess Diaries. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate that. That was very nice. And then finally over here, we have Mr. Ben Siegel, also a senior. Ben is going to be attending the Northwood University and studying business and franchise management. So maybe own a McDonald's or some sort of franchise. Hey, good for you. Go for it. And is also a hockey player in the APHL, which I did ask them earlier, what is the APHL? And that is the Armada Pond Hockey Club. Hockey League, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand. We appreciate your volunteering. Thank you again, guys. And you are dismissed from the stage. Very good. Very good. All righty, let me get my list, and we will start. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Okay. They're really very helpful. We appreciate them being here. Right now, we are going to start off with our Krause Elementary School performers. And it's so dark over there. Do we have our singers over here? Way back there, okay. If Kayla Diederich and Julia Turns could come on stage, please. And we will set up a couple microphones for you. Where are you? It's okay. Oh, there you go. Yep, come right through here. Hello, ladies. Did you each need a microphone? Okay. So again, we have, on up here, we have Kayla Diederich and Julia Turns.
Text or
just won't do. Won't you hear my heart of blue? I'll walk each place on my own in this city, searching through the ways that will lead me home. Eyes on the forehead, full of self-pity, such a crazy day, such a funny way to go. Such a crazy day, such a funny way to go. Oh, 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 and all I can do is miss you. See your face on your photograph, but I can't kiss you. A text or a call just won't do. Won't you hear my heart over you?
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand. Thank you, ladies. All right, and next we have another pair of singers coming out. We have Sky Williams and Hannah Miller. All right, come right up here, ladies. Okay.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. Oh, so show me family. Paint all the blood that I will bleed. Oh, I don't know where I belong. Hey, I don't know where I went wrong. Oh, I can write a song. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. I don't think you're right for him. If I would, I'd have been if you took a bus to Chinatown. I've been standing on Canal, and that would be standing next to me. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. Love, we need it now. Let's hope for some. So we're bleeding now. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart. I belong to you, you belong to me, my sweetheart.
Thank you very much, ladies. Very good, very good. All right, just a second here as we move our piano out onto the stage. Okay, and our next performer coming out, playing the piano, is Jessica Weir. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jessica. Jessica Weir, ladies and gentlemen. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica Weir. Okay. Moving right along. Our next entertainer is going to sing for you, and her name is Katelynn Zajac. Give a hand to Katelynn.
Out to sea, drifting with the tide, and no way of finding me. Now that I'm free, nothing but blue skies, paradise in front of me, away from this dream. I hold my breath and just believe. Tired of all the troubles, they've been wasting my time. I don't wanna bike, I leave behind. Taking on faith, now I'm ready to fly. I'm in the middle of starting over. Back to the beginning, gonna hit rewind. Chance to do it over, get it right this time. Lucky is banks, turning the times. I'm in the middle of starting over. In the middle of starting over. Whoa, oh, oh, alone, any room, tearing down the walls, painting over scars and bruises. Now this is home, fill it up with love, make the best of something new. Yeah, it's hard as it seems. I hold my breath and just believe. Tired of all the troubles, they've been wasting my time. I don't wanna fight, gonna leave behind. Taking on faith, now I'm ready to fly. I'm in the middle of starting over. Back to the beginning, gonna hit rewind. Chance to do it over, get it right this time. Life gives you pain, turn minute times. I'm in the middle of starting over.
Katelynn Zajac. Thank you, Katie. All right. Moving on now. We have another singer for you, and that would be Avery Krasinski. Give Avery a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here you go. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
You got that fresh way of talking, it could be 4 in the morning, and you're making me trip, my heart skip the beat. You know that this is amazing, please tell me why you're hesitating. Let's risk it all, risk the fall tonight. Take the road to climb, lose your eyes. risk it all, risk the fall tonight. Take the road to climb, close your eyes, love take it high. While we're sitting on top of the world, baby, you and I, we're about to rise. Just hold on tight, while we're sitting on top of the world.
Brzezinski, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right. Next on deck, we have Isabella DiMaggio. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. You dancing for us? All right. Isabella.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubts suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Isabella. Very nice. All right. Next, we have a singer coming out, Miss Sarah Dulce. Did I announce them? There we go. Sarah Dulce, ladies and gentlemen.
You, with your words and knives and your swords and weapons I use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like I'm nothing new. With your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded. You picking on the weaker man. Well, you could take me down with just one single blow. But you don't know what you don't know. Someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Someday I'll be living in a big enough so you can hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean? You, with your switching sides and your wildfire lies and your humiliation, you have pointed out my flaws again. You said if I don't already see them. I walk with my head down, trying to block you out, 'cause I'll never impress you. I just wanna feel okay again. I bet you got pushed around, somebody made you cold, but the cycle ends right now, 'cause you can't lead me down that road, and you don't know what you don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Dulles, thank you. All right. Next we have a violin player. Please welcome to the stage, Danielle Locke. Danielle Locke, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have two singers coming up before you. And please welcome to the stage, Jacob Mearshant and Sydney Dulce.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon, I can go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel that happiness is you. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got, no holding back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Bring me down, can nothing bring me down. My love is too high, bring me down. Can nothing bring me down. Bring me down, can nothing bring me down. My love is too high, bring me down. Can nothing bring me down. I said because I'm happy.
Excellent job. Thank you very much. That was Sydney and Jacob. Thank you. All right, we need just a second here as we prepare for our next acts with gymnastics. tell you jokes or something, but hopefully we won't be very long here.
Rocky, I have a joke. So there's these 3 guys and they're putting out these mats.
A voice from above, it's even scary.
One of them's a girl.
All right, hang on just a second. We have the River Jordan on the middle there. Okay, here. And now we have Elena Noack and Riley Leone doing gymnastics for you. All right, inventive. All right, give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Please give our stage hands a big hand. We will be ready for you in just 1 second here. I tell you, these guys are professionals. If you need something moved at home, don't call them.
So I got another joke. There's this one guy with these 2 mats.
All righty. Now we move on to some of our high school performers for you. We have Clare Sabelhaus. Ladies and gentlemen, Clare Sabelhaus.
There is a house in New Orleans that they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor girl. And God, I know I'm one.
Handley, graduates of Armada High School. Doran and Sarah, ladies and gentlemen.
She comes home in the morning light. Her mother says, when you gonna live your life right? Oh, mother dear, we're not the fortunate ones. And girls, they wanna have fun. All those girls just wanna have fun. Ooh. Phone rings in the middle of the night. Her father yells, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy dear, you know you're still number one. But girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, those girls just wanna have fun. Ooh, it's all they really want, some fun. When the working day is done, when the working day is done, oh, that's all they really want, some fun. When the working day is done, when the working day is done, those girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, those girls just wanna have fun. Oh, some boys take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. She wants to be the one who walks in the sun, but girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, those girls just wanna have fun. Ooh, it's all they really want, some fun. When the working day is done, when the working day is done, oh, that's all they really want, some fun. When the working day is done, when the working day is done, those girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, those girls just wanna have fun.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs, sour taste. Lights gone, days end, struggling to pay rent, long nights, strange men. They say she's in the class 18, she's stuck in her daydreams. She's been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting. She's crumbling like pastries. They scream, Worst things in life come free to us, and we're just under the upper hand. Go mad for a couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight. And in her pipe she flies to the motherland. Sells love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. Angels to fly. Ripped gloves, raincoat. Tried to swim to stay afloat. Dry house, wet clothes. Loose change, banknotes. Weary-eyed, dry throat. Call girl, no phone. And they say she's in the class 18. She's stuck in her daydream. She's been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting. She's crumbling like pastries. They scream. The worst things in life come free to us, and we're just under the upper hand. Go mad for a couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight. And in her pipe she flies to the motherland. Sells love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. Angels will die, covered in white. Closed eyes, hoping for a better life. This time we'll fade out tonight, straight down the line. They say she's in the class 18. She's stuck in her daydreams. She's been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting. She's crumbling like pastries. They scream. The worst things in life come free to us, and we're all under the upper hand. Go mad for a couple grams. We don't wanna go outside tonight. And in her pipe she flies to the motherland. Sells love to another man. But it's too cold outside for angels to fly. For angels to fly. Angels to fly, to fly, to fly, for angels to
see, the judges have returned, which means we have a decision. Yes. So, hope everyone's comfortable, holding on to their seat. We're going to call out the ladies here. Announce each of them again. Also bring out our court from last year. And soon we will know who are the 2015 Queen and her court. And let me check and see if we have people in the ready, and we do. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for contestant number 1, Sam Kirkham. Sam Kirkham, ladies and gentlemen. Next, contestant number 2, Kayla Lesh. gentlemen. Contestant number 5, Clare Sabelhaus. Clare Sabelhaus, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 6, Rebecca Foss. Rebecca Foss, ladies and gentlemen. Contestant number 7, Nicole Griffin. Nicole Griffin, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, here we have contestant number 8, Tessie Senyk. Tessie Senyk, ladies and gentlemen. And contestant number 9, Kayla Campis. Kayla Campis, ladies and gentlemen. Give them all a big hand. This has been a long evening for them all. And they did great, each and every one of you. It has been a very real pleasure for me to be on the stage with you, and I wish you all the best of all. But, as you know, there can only be 3. But before we get to that, let's bring out last year's Queen and Court. We're standing in the wings, and I'm fumbling with my paperwork. Starting with Gina Ferreira, our Queen. Can't see. Oh, Lindsay? Sorry. Yes, Lindsay Metz. And Holly Metz. And a few words?
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we just want to thank you for coming and supporting these lovely girls. Please give them another round of applause. There's just a few people we'd like to thank. Of course, we'd like to thank the Fair Board for giving us this wonderful opportunity to represent Armada. And we'd also like to thank Mrs. Bliss because she really taught us how to be confident and independent ladies who will never forget to wear their lipstick. It's been my honor to be Miss Armada and represent the community that has helped raise me these past 18 years.
I just want to start off by saying that this has been such an amazing experience for me, and I've really grown as a person. And just adding to the list of thank yous, I'd also like to thank Amanda, our chaperone, for doing anything we ask and being there for us no matter what, and just dedicating all of her time to us, because Miss Armada does take up a lot of time, so we really appreciate it. And also to Joey for the constant laughs at Fair Week, and everyone was just so great. Hi, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming, and this has also been an incredible experience for me, and it's something that I will cherish forever. And I would also like to thank all of you guys for the constant support that you guys have given us, and I'd like to give a special thanks to my parents.
Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. They did a wonderful job. Thank you very much, ladies. All right. We are now to that time where we will announce the Queen in Court. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big hand. Come on. Good job. We do have have too refreshments afterwards in the cafeteria, which everyone is invited to here in the audience, and of course everyone here on stage. And we hope that you'll stop down to congratulate the new Queen in Court, as well as to show support for those who were not in the Queen in Court. But trust me, I'm sure the judges had a hard time. You all did a wonderful job for me tonight. Thank you. All right. Ladies, move together if you would, please. Our second court person for the 2015 Miss Armada and her court, contestant number 2, Cammie Lesh. Court member for the 2015 Miss Armada Court, contestant number 5, Clare Sabelhaus. Ladies and gentlemen, our queen for the 2015 Miss Armada Court goes to contestant number 7, Nicole Griffin. Congratulations, all of you ladies, and thank you to all our contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, give them all a big hand. Again, and this concludes the Miss Armada Pageant for 2015.